good news, sir. It seems the Azurine is now in the possession of one of our delivery drivers, a man named Sims. He's willing to sell, and he's on his way as we speak. So I guess we won't be taking your little deal after all, Doctor.
Sims? But no, that can't be right. I left it with Bess. There has to be a mistake.
No mistake, Doctor. He texted me a photo.
Oh, well, that is definitely Sims, and he is definitely holding the Azurine. So you understand that where I come from, addled, obsessed, pathetic old fool is a term of endearment, yes?
How quickly fortunes change, Doctor. This Sims will be here very, very soon. It seems we have no further need for you.
Sorry, I should take this. Hello? Yes? Yes. Right. When did this happen? Okay. Yes. Okay. I understand. I'll let him know.
Who was that? Was that Sims? Is he here? Send him in!
Sir, it hasn't even been a minute since he... It regards a more pressing matter, sir.
What matter could be possibly more important than my Azurine?
I've just been informed that a Loudon's Gap worker named Gav has revealed some of our business practices to his fellow workers, and they are marching this way to storm the city and string up everyone inside its walls.
Blast it! Will Sims get here before them?
I'm guessing not.
Well, you two should really have seen this coming. Sooner or later, the people always turn on their oppressors.
Doctor, I don't suppose it occurred to you that as long as you're in this office with us, trying to cut a deal, as far as they're concerned, you are one of their oppressors.
Oh, good point.
Citizens and workers of Loudon's Gap, our time has finally come. For too long now we have laboured under the cruel thumb of Eberly Knightston, serving only his greed and his interests. For too long we have allowed him to ignore our pleas for fair and equitable treatment. But no more. Now we are united, and he is about to learn the true cost of choosing not to listen when he had the chance. We will storm the gates of his city. We will bring the fight to him, and justice will finally be ours. That's right. Save your energy. Keep your outrage focused. Prepare to take Knightstown.
Oh, no. This is not good. Bad enough I let Sims get away with the Azurine. Looks like I'm going to have to get past a full-scale riot in order to get it back before he hands it off to Knightston. Whatever the Doctor is up to, I can only hope he's better off than me.
Sir, I'm receiving word that the rioters have crushed the gate. I've had to give our guards some very significant hazard pay to keep them from jumping ship. This feels like it's going to become a serious and very costly problem.
This is your doing, isn't it, Doctor? Part of some elaborate plan to distract me from my destiny.
My doing? No, this has nothing to do with me. But it's hardly a surprise, is it? The circumstances may vary a bit, but this is the only way stories of oppression ever end, with the people rising up and taking back what's due to them.
Bah! Sentimental piffle and irrelevant. Once this peon Sims brings me my Azurine, I will turn my attention to this rabble and crush them utterly.
Oh, certainly. Priorities, after all. Although it occurs to me that a man carrying such a valuable object as that might have a wee bit of trouble making it through those rioters untouched. I don't suppose you're much of a gambling man, but maybe you'd take those odds? No? That seems like a no.
Yes. Let the rage of the unserved masses fuel our every step. Show these robber barons the power of a people united. It's all happening. Finally, it's all happening. Wait, what are you all doing? Why are you stopping? We're almost... Stop that! I understand the temptation, but don't allow yourselves to be distracted by the luxuries on display. We are a people with a mission. No, Do not window shop Azurine-studded hoodies. Have you lost your minds? We are not here for this. This is not how revolution works. For pity's sake, stop taking selfies.
I say, hardly the reinforcements I was expecting.
Who's that? Who's there? I warn you, if you're on Knightston's payroll...
On a payroll? How gosh? My dear fellow, you would do well to speak to a Knightstown resident with more respect. I am Oldest Baxter Marshhaven. Charmed, I'm sure. And I take it you fellows were sent to help us take our rightful place here?
We're here to liberate ourselves from the profit-obsessed tyranny of Knightston Industries, if that's what you mean.
Oh, jolly good. Well, don't let us keep you then. I can only imagine how strenuous the grunt work of toppling an oppressive regime would be, though I admit I find it puzzling how comfortable you revolutionary types seem to be on our croquet lawn.
Well, it certainly wasn't part of my plan. You know, you seem familiar to me somehow. Have we met before?
Us? Oh, I hardly think so, old bean. I dare say we travel in rather different circles.
No, I'm never wrong about these things. I can't place that affected accent, but I know I've seen your face before.
Balderdash and Poppycock, I've never...
No, it isn't possible. Morris?
I'm sure I don't know what you're...
Morris, that is you. Cleaned and shaved and dressed up like some kind of fancy gentleman, but it is you, isn't it?
All right. Keep it down, will you? You really know how to rein up a right, don't you?
But what is this? What's going on here? You died. We all mourned you. Your fiancé mourned you.
Look, I'm not Morris anymore. I'm Aldous. I couldn't very well carry on with my old life once I'd struck my Azurine fortune, could I? I'm in another class now. One must act accordingly.
Aldous? I don't understand.
I was working in the fields and happened to find a little sliver of Azurine. Not much, but more than enough to sell to the company and buy my way into Knightstown citizenry. Granted, there have been some complications between then and now, but things are really looking up. Thanks to you, really. And don't think I'm not grateful.
But what about Wispy?
She was sweet, wasn't she? But I couldn't share my hard-earned gains with such a common girl, could I? That would be absurd. It was a kindness, really. She gets to mourn the love of her life. I get to start my new better life. Everybody wins.
This makes no sense. You faked your own death? We were friends. For years. This whole revolution. You were the inspiration. Your death was the catalyst. Was it really all so meaningless?
Oh dear. It would appear my fellow citizens are getting into it with your so-called revolutionaries. There seems to be some contention about who gets to use our luxury features. Pardon me, Gabe. I've got to go teach my inferiors a lesson or two. Back away from the gourmet pie dispensers, or I'll skin you alive.
Gav. It's Gav. Pointless. It's all so pointless. What am I even fighting for? None of these people are worth saving. Their minds were broken long ago, all thanks to that accursed Azurine. Our only hope is if every last trace is wiped off the face of the earth.
Sir, I'm going to float the idea of us writing off this entire debacle at this point. I don't see a way to achieve any kind of return on investment.
Always thinking so small, Darrow. That is your fatal flaw.
This endeavor has cost us billions of dollars.
Nothing but a drop in the bucket.
Oh, sorry. Am I interrupting?
Unless you've got my Azurine for me, then yes, you are.
Oh, that's good news then. I do have Azurine.
What? Give it here!
So, I was hoping I could get my payment in cash. Banks are so untrustworthy these days.
Is this some kind of joke?
I'm sorry?
What is this? This isn't Azurine! This is worthless! How dare you!
Ow! That hurts! Stop eating me with the Azurine! I don't understand!
Sir, restrain yourself. This is a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Get this useless hunk of nothing out of my sight before I really lose my temper! Nobody gets away with trying to con Emily Knightston!
Take your stone and go, or he will beat you to death with it.
I'm going! My apologies for the mix-up! Oh, this is going to be so disappointed in me.
Boy, it is really sounding messy over there. I can't get out of here fast enough.
Waiting for someone, are we?
Ah, you!
Hello. So you've been a bit naughty, I think.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
Come now, coyness doesn't suit you. I take it you had a hand in instigating all this chaos.
I may have stoked some fires, maybe told Gav a couple of useful legends of mass destruction, fed him a little insider corporate info to relay to the riffraff. Say what you will about these simpletons, they certainly do make for a perfect bit of distraction.
Well, I suppose a revolution like that was bound to happen sooner or later. However, that is not why I'm cross with you. We had a deal, and you went back on your word. Very disappointing.
Oh, you're remembering it wrong, Doctor. You tried to force a deal on me, and I had a better idea. More than one, if I do say so myself.
That's certainly one way of looking at it. You know, it really did puzzle me at first. For the life of me, I couldn't figure out why this so-called Azurine showed up a good 34 years before it was supposed to. Next piece shouldn't have landed until 2181. I dare say I was almost fooled, but at the end of the day, an impressive fake is still a fake, and tricking my virtuous friend into giving you a highly unstable and not even remotely legitimate mineral hasn't exactly put you on my good side.
Okay, you've got me there. I did the math, I saw the so-called pattern. Unfortunately, patience isn't exactly a virtue of mine. They call them get-rich-quick schemes for a reason. I wasn't about to wait around till retirement age to pull off the con of a century. And guess what? None of these dim-wits managed to even notice. Besides you, for all the good it did you. Come on, you've got to appreciate the talent involved here. Casting that fake message on an open channel.
Yes, you're a very clever woman, but you still won't get what you want. I'm afraid my friend was intercepted.
Like it matters who I take it from. The important thing is that it'll be back in my hands, and I'll still walk away from this mess a very wealthy woman. Despite your best efforts, you haven't ruined my plans. Only delayed them.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Such a brilliant mind, and you still don't understand what's happening here, do you? You don't get what Azurine is.
It's a means to an end, and a very valuable end at that.
Oh, if only it was that simple. It's a little bit more than some mere shiny bauble. See, every few decades a little chunk of this stuff you people keep calling Azurine breaks off in Earth's orbit and lands somewhere. Many years from now, humans will find a way to refine it, thereby joining the rest of the universe in enjoying the benefits of a powerful, clean-burning fuel source of immense potential. But until that day, in its pure, unrefined form, it is a curse. The background radiation it casts off is devastating to the human mind. Causes madness like you have never seen before. Except you have. You're seeing it right now as we speak.
Oh, pull the other one, Doctor. You don't really expect me to believe that malarkey about vanished towns and mass hysteria is real, do you? Azurine, the rock so valuable, towns tore themselves apart for hundreds of years just for a taste. Huh, sounds like marketing 101 to me.
You're free to believe what you want, but it is annoyingly true. Why do you think I came up with my brilliant plan in the first place?
Clearly you recognize craft when you see it.
Indeed, I do. And yes, your amateur attempt at crafting a fake piece of Azurine was most impressive. Almost perfect, some might say. But the devil, as always, is in the details. And Knightston would have been able to spot the difference right away. It wouldn't have triggered his senses the way actual Azurine affects those who have already been exposed. With my help, you could have made an enhanced version, one that not only would have fooled Knightston, but when exposed to his collection, would have rendered the entire thing inert, thereby ending the menace of Azurine on Earth. at least until the next bit falls from the sky. At any rate, thanks to your greed and short-sightedness, the threat still remains a very present danger.
Well, it's a good story, Doctor. I'll grant you that. But I don't buy it. For starters, I'm pretty sure Nightston keeps all his Azurine in a great big vault anyway, far from prying eyes.
Vaults can be broken into, quite easily in fact, and the effect of Azurine makes for many, many determined souls. So that vault will get broken into, and when it does, I'd much rather whomever breaks in finds a dull blue pile of useless rocks. But you're still missing the point, Miss Octet. Your imperfect fake Azurine is more flawed than you realize. Catastrophically flawed, some might say. And our time is running out.
Keep up the good work, chaps. We've got them on their heels now. I say, I do believe I know that fellow. He makes deliveries. Bring him to me. You, employee of the city. Who are you?
I'm Sims. Say, have we met before? You look familiar.
Yes, I've been getting that sort of thing far too much recently. What are you doing here? What's that you're carrying with you? And most importantly, whose side are you on? Answer wisely, for your life depends on it.
Me? I'm just passing through. And to answer your most important question, I suppose you could say I'm on the side of love. I must find my dear, sweet Bess and get her away from all this chaos.
By Jove! Did you say Bess? As in the sweet Lady Bess?
Do you know Bess?
Indeed I do. That fine lady happens to be a key figure of our revolution. And you're her immortal beloved?
Why, you bet I am.
Jolly good. Jolly good indeed. Then be on your way. Find the good Lady Bess and give her the thanks of the citizenry of Knightstown, for she has proven a most inspiring figure.
Hey! What would you say about my dear, dear Bess's figure? That is to say, will do. Thanks. And good luck with your whole revolution deal. Bye now! Phew. That was close. If they had realized I'm carrying precious, precious Azurine, I would have been sunk. I better hide it someplace safe while I look for Bess.
Okay, I'll play along. Define catastrophically flawed.
I did a full spectrum analysis of your little science project while it was hidden in my TARDIS. Your so-called Azurine was just a batch of tauramite with some tweaking done to its molecular lattice, correct?
Yes. Very good, Doctor.
And very good to you as well. Never let it be said I don't appreciate a good bit of scientific artistry. The problem is instability. You can fake the surface traits of Azurine, but it doesn't take long for it to break down. A week if you're lucky.
Not my problem. By the time that happened, I would be long gone.
Incorrect. No crackerjack prize for you, because what you seem to have missed is that the instability is contagious. If your altered tauramite gets within close proximity to regular tauramite, the process would be accelerated and the molecular bonds would decohere in exponential tandem.
So
imagine, if you will, a fabled city made entirely out of Azurine. Now imagine a man who neither has enough to make a whole city out of the stuff and wouldn't want to even if he did. What if that man instead decided to use the next best thing, something his company excavated in mass quantities at employee gouging prices?
Tauramite. All right. I am willing to concede mistakes may have been made. Nothing I'd be legally culpable for, mind you. But fine. Mistakes were made.
Glad you finally came around. If we put our heads together, I'm sure we can think of a way out of this mess.
Yeah, hate to break it to you, Doc, but you're on your own here. I am cutting my losses and going while the getting is good.
But you can't. You played a part in this mess. You have a responsibility to help clean it up.
Sorry, not really the responsible type. But good luck sorting everything out. I'm really rooting for you. Kidding! I could not care less one way or the other. See ya!
So brilliant, so creative, so sociopathic. Isn't that always the way?
Liars, thieves, interlopers! How dare they!
Sir, calm down.
Calm down? I will not calm down! This is unacceptable! People are trying to cheat me with fake Azurine. My beautiful city is being overrun by commoners. It's obscene. They're profaning my streets with their filthy presence.
You're starting to sound a bit extreme, even for you, sir.
This is my city, Darrow, and I'd rather see it razed to the ground than have anyone else think they have the right to be here.
You're speaking figuratively, right? I mean, you were intending to have people settled here eventually, right? Because if you were speaking literally, that would mean that we spent trillions and trillions of dollars building an entire city for just one person, and there would be no hope whatsoever of a return on investment, which would be a downright ruinous waste of resources. But that would be crazy talk, right? Sir, I really need you to tell me that's crazy talk.
My alarm! Someone is trying to break into my Azurine vault! Oh, that is the last straw. Someone is going to pay for this.
Ah, Sims. Just the man I wanted to see.
Oh, hello. Sorry, can't talk right now. I've got to get the Bess. Got a bit of bad news for her, I'm afraid.
Yes, well, I think that can wait for now. Tell me, that Azurine, do you have it?
You know about my Azurine? But how?
Do you have it?
Well, no. But I know where it is. You see, I hid it before setting out to look for Bess. Say, you haven't seen her, have you?
Focus, Sims. Focus. I need you to take me to the Azurine. It is vitally important.
Well, I'm sorry, Doctor. I don't think I can do that. I know you're her friend and all. I can't risk it. That's our nest egg. Me and Bess are going to have a very happy future together.
Sims, you lovesick dolt. I am doing this for you and Bess, and everyone else for that matter. If you don't take me to wherever you're hiding that Azurine, none of us will live long enough to make it to your destination wedding. Not me, not you, and certainly not Bess.
Well, you put it that way. Follow me.
Here it is at last. Nightston's Azurine Vault. Only here and now in the glory of its presence do I understand. The Azurine wasn't a curse. It was a test, and we failed. Just like all the other towns that came before us failed. But I do not recognize your judgment, foul blue stone. Instead, it is I who will judge you, and my judgment is death. One good shot from this blaster ought to do the trick.
Gav! Gav, stop!
Who's there?
It's me, Bess. You remember we met at the worksite? You told me your whole story?
The outsider, yes. Come to see me save my town from itself.
I've come to stop you from making a terrible mistake. Can't you see you're going about things the wrong way? Sims told me the Azurine is highly combustible. If you shoot that gun at it, it's liable to blow up the whole city and everyone in it, including the fellow workers you claim to be fighting for. Nothing good can come from more meaningless destruction.
This is anything but meaningless destruction. Azurine has already destroyed us anyway. We're a shell of a people now, beyond redemption, thanks to its poison.
I don't believe that. I refuse to believe that you or your people are beyond redemption. Trust me, I know better than most. I was born in a cruel, heartless time where greed and power reigned. I had hoped the future would be something different, but apparently that corruption is eternal. I'm starting to think it's simply a part of us. Something we can't deny but have to fight with all our hearts. And the only way you can ever truly lose is to give up that fight. You can scapegoat the Azurine all you want, but the deepest enemy always lies within. What you're doing, it won't solve anything.
Maybe it won't, but it'll sure feel good.
Listen to yourself, Gav. Can't you hear it? The Azurine is in your system now, as sure as it got into Sims or Knighton's. It's twisting your hopes and dreams into something wrong and ugly. Tell me, is this the revolution you wanted?
No, my head is cloudy. I feel so confused.
Put down the gun and let's figure out a better way. Together.
What is the meaning of this?
Knightston.
Eggheads! That was atrocious timing. Gentlemen, let's try to keep our heads here.
You! Stay away from my Azurine! I'm warning you!
This is your fault. You did this to us.
Be reasonable, Gav. You're dealing with a man who named an entire city after himself. I hardly think a sound thrashing is going to have the effect you're hoping for.
Knightston. Knightstown. How did I not put that together before now?
Really? Not until now?
Enough! I'm tired of you worthless peons, lacking imagination, lacking vision. All you're good for is labor, and your pathetic idea of rebellion means nothing to me. Nothing matters to me except Azurine. So prove you're not the small-minded waste of flesh we both know you are. Come and take it from me if you dare.
Have at you, you foul parasite!
Aya! You're the parasite, you pathetic functionary!
Well, this is the saddest display of manhood poisoning I've been forced to witness in quite some time. Oh, Gav, look out, he's got a...
You invaded the sanctity of my city! You tried to steal my Azurine! You call me a parasite! Death is too good for a waste like you, whatever your name is, but I suppose it'll have to do.
Wait, stop! You can't do this!
I'm Emily Knightston! I can do whatever I feel!
Ow!
I can see it in your eyes! You want my Azurine too! Well, you can't have it! It's mine! All mine!
Let go! You're hurting me!
The fate of all who come between me and my Azurine! Die! Die! Die!
Help!
No.